Hi guys, it's time for Yokai Watch Music Note Episode 3 review. Sorry this is late, I've had some real life stuff come up, but let's dive into the review itself. One trivia fact before we get into it: one of the silhouettes of yokai shown in this episode resembles something similar to Motaro Tamada, and there's another one that resembles a Amabe, which is like a Japanese mermaid or merman that apparently comes out of the sea in the middle of epidemics to heal people. But let's dive into this cluster, you know what, of an episode, which starts off with Cashless Superhero, or Cashu the Su, Okane Naida. This episode starts off with Nate and Whisper walking, and Nate realizes there's no money, there's no nothing in the bag, and it must have been compensated or taken by a yokai, aka Super Poor. Yep, this guy's back again. It almost feels like we're watching Yokai Watch 2019 all over again. I know this guy didn't show up in episode 3, but this yokai showed up so often that I feel like this guy, anytime there's a reboot or this yokai, he has to be a part of it. We get some very weird Whisper facial expressions. We also get some funny moments here where Nate tries to summon Inma to deal with Super. Yeah, I'm just gonna say his name like Super Hero. So yeah. Nate tries to summon Inma, Whisper bonks him and says, "Why don't you summon Jibanyan?" Jibanyan defeats him. They all sit down at the park on benches. Nate buys a drink. Superhero kind of just panics at the fact that, hey, a phone equals money now. Nani? So, after discovering this fact, Superhero gets himself a drink, massage chair, this, that, and everything, and then tries to pay with acorns. But little does Nate, Whisper, and Jabania know, they were dealing with a tax evading superhero more popular than Yoshi's tax evasion. Uh, knock, knock, knock. IRS, open up. Superhero, it's time for your arrest. They red sticker superhero, saying, you owe us money. You owe some cash money. But then we get a scene transition to Koma 4Com, which Koma-san discovers you can rip off the calendar for whatever month is showing. Koma-san enjoyed this so much that he ripped off May's as well. Koma 4Com over. Yokai Switchy time, or Yokai Switch. Noko ends up making everything a disaster, causing a ice cream sundae for Frostina, or parfait, to be spilled, not once but twice, causing orange soda to be spilled, causing the waiter that's bringing the second parfait to throw it. The cherry bounces out of the parfait ice cream sundae glass and lands on her face along with some ice cream, so she cries and ice hits Whisper in the back of the head. Whisper's KO'd. Yokai Switchy over. Some fan art is shown. The episode transitions to a pointless Whisper segment, which is Whisper just kind of feeling low on himself. We do get to see Draggy. Whisper breaks Draggy's Dragon Ball. Then we discover the fact that Draggy actually has more. We end on a segment with Kappa, Koma-san, and Komajiro this feels like a blatant Monster Hunter reference because it is. Instead of it actually being Kappa, it's actually Tetranodon, kind of. And I always knew Kuma-san was a great sword main. I always knew it. But yeah, that's it for the episode review. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It certainly just feels like the same thing we watched 2 years ago. It doesn't feel like there's any build up. It feels like this is just a sitcom and we're supposed to laugh at everything. Which, in their defense, there was a couple funny things. Supoor trying to throw his shoes at Jabanian to counter the attack. That was kind of funny. Emma almost being summoned is kind of funny. The cucumbers being shoved in the eyes of Kappa, or while Kappa, was funny. Kuma-san failing to use a calendar is just sad. It's always good to see Noko and Frostina. There's really not much positive to really grasp or pull from this. It's not even back in 2019 where there was at least a little momentum for the series. It feels almost like they think they can create another hot moment for Yokai Watch when they've killed stuff off in the West and in other regions, and it's only live and going in Japan. Yet again, I don't know how the series is doing for the Japanese audience and if they're enjoying it or not. All I know is from a Western perspective, they have some stuff they really can work on. It's not horrible, but it certainly isn't soulful, and it doesn't really feel like it has the same 1-2 punch that it used to have. That hasn't been present really since part of Shadow Side and part of Y Academy and the anime before it. With the exception because part of Yokai Watch 3's anime was kind of messy too. But the original anime and the anime for Yokai Watch 2 were pretty solid. I mean, they've had some bad episodes here and there, but solid overall. But that's it for the review. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.